I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today we're working on our tall 4th of July candle. These are really fast to make. You can make them at the last moment. They'd look really great to put on your picnic tables, have a few going down, and just have lots of fun with them. You also could have little helpers help you make them if you wanted to. We're going to be using a real tall white candle, and sometimes these are used for religious purposes. So you can find these. I see them all the time in the dollar stores, but if you can't find them in the dollar stores or in the grocery stores or whatever kind of store, whether it be probably Walmart or Target, you can usually find these. So these are usually really inexpensive, so that makes them really, really great. Now to get these prepared, the first thing I do is I take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and this is after you get the sticker taken off, and wipe that down and get that ready for our ink. And you can heat the sticker, you can use the glue gun, any of those kind of methods, whatever you like best to get your sticker off is great. We're going to be using alcohol inks, and I love alcohol inks. You find them in the scrapbook section of your local craft store. They usually come 3 to a pack, so a lot of seasons will have seasonal colors because I want the red, white, and blue. I'm also going to be using the additives silver and white. These are thicker and you can mix and match them with the other colors. You have to be kind of careful with the red and the blue. If you put them directly next to each other, they can turn almost a black. I'm using sailboat blue and watermelon red, but any red or blue that you like. Also, another great resource for those is bluewhalearts.com, and you can buy them there individually. So once we've got that down and we've got this ready to go, and I'm going to put my gloves on so I don't get my ink spread out. Now that I have my gloves on and I've mixed these up really, really well, we're going to go ahead and start. And I've taken all my lids off so I can continuously work. And I'm going to do, on these I try to do about maybe 2 drops. And you can kind of bring them down a little bit. I'm going to do white in between each one of these with a little bit of silver. And you will love the silver because it kind of goes, it makes like a silver lining. I don't know how else to kind of describe that. It kind of makes a silver lining. And work with your color. I'm starting at the rim, but add as much as you, if you only want it there, bring it down. You usually should do a third or a fourth or 2/3. You shouldn't do it half evenly, so it is more pleasing to the eye if we do it that way. But that's up to you, however you want to do that. And it really is that simple. I'm not using any of my blending solution because when you use the blending solution, it kind of dulls the color, and I want these really bright and vibrant. And I also thought with 3 candles, again I'm doing the odd number, it would really be fun to do maybe red, blue, and like a white or a silver. So however you want to do that, you could turn them and roll them so they drip around the other direction. It's just however you think you would like this to go. You could also use gold. There is a gold mixative as well. That would be really great. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up, and we'll go to the next part. I've done all the way around, but if you like the silver, you can put the silver on top of the color and then lay the color back into it again, and you really get that fun silver lining. So just play with it. I love alcohol inks. There's so many things that you can do with them. Just really think outside the box when you're doing that, and you can continue to do it until you like it, You may even want some drops instead of lines. Just do your own thing with it. I'm going to go ahead and heat set these for a couple of reasons. If you wanted to varnish it, it would be set after that, or it's just to kind of help everything finish up drying here. So I'm just going to use my heat gun or my embossing tool and just warm that up real quick here. Varnishing would just happen to help it if you wanted to save it for year after year, help it from getting scratched and stuff. Any inexpensive Krylon, Rust-Oleum, I picked mine up from Walmart. I would go with gloss because of what we have, and you would just want to make sure it is non-yellowing. That's the only big thing. Any type would work. The one thing I really want to stress though is when you put it on, you want to kind of do a few dry coats. And what dry coats mean is you're putting it on so light that it's not wet. So you do a few dry coats and then you can do a wetter, heavier coat. So I just used some garland. I found the 4th of July and I did a kind of a red, white, and blue theme here. So I've got a red, blue, and a silver. And we're just going to do those just enough to wrap around once nicely. You also, if you had leftover Christmas ones, you could use that. Any of that kind of stuff. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree as well. So any of that kind of item. I'm just going to hot glue gun this on real quick here. And you don't need that much, just enough to kind of tack it right in that crease here. Got some stuff hanging down. And just so those stars are kind of sticking out as well. I kind of got mine glued in there, but that's okay. And then I just took some star garland, whatever kind you wanted. I have a silver one, I have some bigger stars, I have some smaller stars, and I did one long one to tie everything on with, and then I wanted about 5 smaller ones that we can kind of put together as well. So I'm just going to do my long one here. That's probably that's 1.5 feet, and then my smaller ones are not going to be that long, probably 10 inches. And so I'm going to cut 5 of those and then we'll put them on. Alright, so I have cut all these. So I'm going to kind of hold them up there, and I'm going to wrap this guy around, and I'm going to wrap him around. I actually did my first one without even gluing the bottom layer. I'm going to twist that first and then put my cut pieces in. And I'm going to twist that. Now there's a couple of ways we can do this, and I really liked just kind of doing this out. I think it just kind of looked like a firecracker that way, and you can bend it and do all kinds of fun things with. On this one, I just simply took it and wrapped it around a pencil all the way up and then kind of pulled it out in the direction I wanted that to go. Another thing I did is I had a little pick with some stars on it that I really, really liked, and I thought that just really kind of added that extra little pop that these really needed to give it some fun things. And you can also put a little bit of hot glue just behind all of those. As soon as that dries, I'm going to straighten those out a little bit more, but I'm just going to have a lot of fun with that, and that's really simple. You can turn it any way you want to, change your colors, change it up, curl it different, just have lots of fun with it. If you ever have any question, just come on over to art@miriamjoy.com, drop me an email, and let me know what your question is, and I'll be glad to help you. Have a great 4th of July.